Hello, it's Sydney. I'm back, as you can tell. So Miles and I left Raglan to go to New Plymouth in hopes of climbing Mount Taranaki, but the weather was unfortunately not in our favor. Miles and I bought a pool day pass for $6 New Zealand in order to take a shower, so we enjoyed all of the facilities in addition to getting nice and clean. We reconnected with some friends we met in Raglan and also a woofer we met at the Tohara Center. We went to the house that they were currently woofing at. They made us dinner and we played games until late into the night. Before leaving New Plymouth, we stopped at a free zoo. Zoos honestly make me pretty sad to see the animals cooped up.
Is that grass really that good? Oh, he said not that part.
Els and I kind of hurried down to the south of the island because we needed to catch a ferry on December 13th. They apparently all sell out over the holidays, so we wanted to make sure we got to the South Island before the new year. Arriving in Wellington was how I imagined arriving in Auckland would be. It felt so cool and fun. It reminded me a lot of like a tropical Portland and Seattle. On the first day in Wellington, we went to a farmer's market and then did our laundry because it was getting very stinky. What?
You're just grabbing these avocados with your hands.
Yeah. The next day, we did a shortish hike called Mount Albert. We could see the whole city of Wellington, and in the distance, we could even see the South Island. We went to a free art museum and also a free regular museum. It was a way to see New Zealand through an artistic lens and also get to know Joanna Margaret Paul, an older feminist artist from New Zealand. I owe my love for museums and learning to my mom. She always has been interested in that kind of stuff and taught me that it was okay and fun to nerd out. Miles and I got this really tasty Malaysian food from Cuba Street. It's a super hip street in Wellington.
This will be the boat we'll be traveling on. It's quite large. Dang, so many cargo trucks going.
We were finally making our descent to the South Island. We boarded a ferry from Wellington to Picton. The ferry was giant. It was bigger than any boat I'd ever been on. It had a cafe and even a theater room in it. I was a deckhand for a few summers in the States, and being on the water just made me miss working on a boat and all of that. We were so lucky because not only was it a beautiful day, but we also got to see tons of dolphins swimming about. There was a pod of probably over 50, and they were all just playing in the wake and showing off, and it was so beautiful. We arrived in Picton, which is the gateway to the South Island if you're riding on a ferry. It was an adorable, very tropical town. For the sake of opening a bank account, though, we needed to go to a bigger town, so we ended up heading to Blenheim. The next day was my birthday, yours truly, and Miles and I had a really nice breakfast. I split my birthday up among 2 different days because the New Zealand 14th was a day before the US 14th, so I got a little double birthday. A little hike called the Mount Vernon Loop hike. It was through lots of farmland, so lots of avoiding cow poop. It was very beautiful and looked over the town of Blenheim. Miles and I both jumped off the same bridge, but I ended up hurting my tailbone just from a regular jump, and he, of course, beautifully executed the backflip without a scratch. Okay, good. We ended the day with some cake, some wine, and a gorgioso sunset. The Spooners Tunnel is the 5th largest walkable tunnel in the world. On our way to Nelson, we stopped there to just take a walk through with a hitchhiker we picked up. Yeah.
Is it very comfortable? I've been around.
Over there. We stopped in the Abel Tasman region for the day. Oh my god. We spent the night at the most remote freedom camping place we found yet. It was so quiet and peaceful, and honestly, a very good contender for my favorite freedom camping spot. This cute dog named Rosie joined us. Something funny about New Zealanders is that they let their dogs kind of just free roam a lot of the time.
Right?
We were joined by some locals celebrating their dog's birthday with a dog birthday party. It was absolute chaos. There's probably like 7 dogs sprinting around, pooping in the river, knocking people over, and it was really funny to witness. Oh my lord. You got this? Miles and I wanted to earn some money back that we were losing, so we secured a job in a town called Kaikoura. We were moseying on back and stayed on a lake called Lake Rotuiti. We hiked up to the Mount Albert summit, which overlooked Lake Rotuiti. There were lots of beech trees on the trails and fun little succulents at the top of the mountain that don't usually grow in low altitudes. And that concludes our Whirlwind trip down to the South Island. Hopefully in the next video it will be more chill because we'll be more settled into the town of Kaikoura.